Hello everyone, Steve here with you for week one video. We're going to go through the how-to this week on market research and choosing a market. What we're going to do is follow everything we're teaching you here in TLB, Andre and I, using the different tactics and different steps to generate ideas, and then we're going to evaluate those ideas for their potential and their ability to generate revenue. So this video might go a little bit long, but I want to be as thorough as possible because this is kind of laying the groundwork for the weeks to come. What we're doing here again is following the checklist that we've provided for you in week one. We're going to generate again some ideas, and then we're going to evaluate them. And I'll just tell you up front, Andre and I have already picked a market that we're going to use as an example moving forward, and you'll see once we evaluate it. I'm going to list it in the list here, but I'll just tell you right now, it's the weight loss for bride market, and we have no idea whether that's going to work out great. It's not going to work out great. Could bomb completely. We think, however, given that we've looked at it pretty thoroughly, that it has a lot of potential. But just want you to know up front that we've already chosen that. So instead of trying to make the research look like we're discovering it as we do it, it's much easier just to let you know that we're doing that up front, and we're going to evaluate that and move forward with it. So we'll list that on the list, and then I'll show you how to generate some other ideas as well. All right, so what we're doing, let me just talk a bit about the evaluation here, and I've got a spreadsheet I put together. We're going to generate ideas, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But basically, you know, the way I was taught years ago, and what I've used as a reference, is defining a market being something that's easy to target, easy to reach. They spend money or have money to spend. There's competition in the market. There's back end, and there's some urgency or irrationality in the market in the sense that they really need to solve the problem now, or it's something that keeps them up or bothers them quite a bit. So every market was going to have different variations or degrees of these answers. We've made it easy for you, simply, easy to target and easy to reach. If it's in the big three that we talked about, health and wellness, dating and relationships, or money and business, you're going to have it. It's going to be pretty much easy to reach because it's there. Those are the big markets. In terms of easy to target, that comes down to us teaching you how to specifically choose a niche. For example, the weight loss for brides niche is a very easy to target. It's very specific. It's not just weight loss generally. You can't target weight loss generally. You have to target a group of people. And again, that's what we're going for this week, is a group of we're looking for a group of people to service, to provide solutions for, etc. We're not picking a product and trying to figure out how to promote it. We're looking for a market to serve. Okay. Obviously, if they spend money, we're gonna look at that. You gotta have money to spend, or they won't buy anything. Definitely want some competition in the market, and then we want back-end opportunities. If it's a front-end sell only, like some health issues, like how to stop snoring, perhaps, or there's some of these are on ClickBank, how to cure bad breath. Well, once somebody's bad breath is cured and they don't have the problem anymore, there's not a lot necessarily to sell them in the back end. However, if somebody that's in the fitness market, for example, perhaps someone that wants to gain muscle, well, once they buy that first product, they're definitely open to other potential products and services in that market. Could be additional information on how to gain muscle, different workout types, could be supplements, could be training advice, etc., etc. So each market's different, and basically what it comes down to is how you feel about each one. There is no specific 100% fail-safe way to do this. Just like I said, the bride market, it may be it may be a real dud, or it may be a stupendous moneymaker, but we won't know until we get into it. So what we're trying to provide to you is a framework to allow you to make your own decisions. All right? So with that in mind, let's go back and start looking at some ways to generate ideas for these different markets. And the first one we want to do is what we call the seed question in Google. And I've already typed in here one that I was playing with before: I need to stop, etc. What we want to do, you can use some of the ones that we've provided for you here as a way to get started: how to get, how to lose, how to become, etc. And you just type them in. And what I suggest is, make sure you use the quote so that it's looking for that specific phrase. For example, how to lose blank, right? How to lose And then if we put a star here, it's going to give us the wild card. And you can see quick right there that it has weight fast, how to lose belly fat, how to lose 10 pounds, how to lose weight in a week. And then also when we search for it in the search results, there is additional information in here. Now it's still pretty broad at how to lose weight. So if we did how to lose weight, so we're kind of niching down here, how to lose weight for, all right, now we get kids, teenage girls, teens, prom, men. So now we're getting into more specific groups. Another way to do this that I like to play with sometimes is to use qualifiers. And what I mean is, and how to lose weight for. Well, what if we do how to lose weight before? All right, now we've got some interesting things. How to lose weight before summer, how to lose weight before prom, how to lose weight before a wedding, how to lose weight before college, how to lose weight before school starts. Plus, if we just go ahead and do the search, we'll get some more additional ideas down here. So ones that stick out, how to lose weight before prom, how to lose weight before vacation. Here's one that stuck out, how to lose weight before conceiving. So these are groups of people that are having this issue. You can do how to lose weight before, how to lose weight after pregnancy, after having a baby, etc. So what you can do is, as you get these ideas, you come over here to the market, and when you write down the market, you don't want to put necessarily, you can put the search if you want, but in the case of brides, what we would do is we would put weight loss for brides. That's going to be the market. All right, and that other one I just saw, weight loss for new moms. That's the market. That's the group of people that we're going after. Now, weight loss obviously is the market, but for new moms, for brides, that's the group of people that we're trying to target. So we can come over here and you can use how to stop. All right, snoring, coughing, nosebleed, biting nails, hiccups. How to, and I'm just prevent acne, shin splints, kidney stones, shin splints. Now that's interesting. Shin splints. Let's look at that for just a second. How to prevent shin splints. It's just popping up while running, while playing basketball, while playing soccer. Okay. Well, while playing soccer, that could be, that's soccer players, and that could be a possibility. Now, I'm not going to write it down because we're going to go through a bunch here and we have a lot, but this is how we do it. You just start generating ideas, use the list that I showed you previously, and just start writing down some things. Now, the next way to generate ideas is within Ezine articles. And there's a lot of categories in Ezine. It's so big, in fact, they've got individual categories for internet, business, and online. I mean, that fits into the whole money and business category in and of itself. You've got real estate, relationships, etc. So, just highlighting over here, you have relationships, affairs, anniversaries, commitment, communication, conflict, dating, divorce. All right, divorce. Now, I wonder if we went back here and we did how to stop or how to prevent. Let's see if divorce is in here. So we have how to prevent divorce and save marriage, divorce before marriage from happening, tips and problems. So that could be an idea. That would be. We'll write that one down here just as an example. Stop divorce. All right. So that definitely qualifies as we'll go through here, and I can mark some of these down now. Weight loss, is that in the big three? Yes, definitely. Weight loss for new moms? Yes. Stop divorce? Yes, it's a relationship issue. Okay, so again, if it's in the big three, we're on the right track. Now, you don't have to go from here. You don't have to do what I did and go here and then go back to Google and do that. I'm just playing around to see if there's anything in there at all. Yeah, let's see what else we could do here. Let's see if we did how to, and we did divorce, and we did how to divorce your parents. Sounds like an angry teenager there. How to divorce star in California, your husband, your wife. So now this is a whole another market This is a whole other side. Instead of stopping divorce, it's how to actually get divorced. Okay, that's interesting. Anyway, you see what I'm doing here? I'm just playing and generating ideas and getting ideas to work with and to move forward with. Some of these may be great, some of them may not. What I suggest is you get as many ideas as as thorough as you want to be to generate for your list, and then come back and evaluate them and choose from them. And that's probably the best way to go. Instead of, if you choose one or two, you're probably going to miss out on a lot. So put down a lot, go through the different markets, see what you can find. Let's look here in finance. See if there's anything that sticks out to me. I think just from my own experience, debt consolidation, debt management, debt relief, those are big markets usually. And depending on where you want to go, there's the whole grant market, which is that's a big finance market, lots of people in that. But is that is that a market you want to be in? That's another question you kind of have to ask in regard to what we have here is if there's an affinity for it. If you really like that market, that's a good affinity. That's a good sign for you. If it's a market that you really have no interest in being in whatsoever, for either moral or ethical reasons, there's no affinity there. Don't go there. There's more than enough markets. So finance here, I'm just looking through. Let's put down. Let's look here. Bankruptcy, debt consolidation, debt management. Let's just come over here and see if I can find something specific in the how to stop debt. How to stop debt collectors from calling, debt collector harassment. Well, let's see how to. Let's go back here and look. See that's debt consolidation. Let's see. We do debt consolidation, loans, companies, calculator. All right, let's do this. How to start debt consolidation. How they work. And again, I'm just playing with this. There's a lot of information here that looking for. Debt consolidation, loans. So let's just what we'll do here as a general rule. As a starting point, we'll put debt consolidation here. Okay, and we'll move on and look at another one. I think that's at least a good place to start. Let's go over here. Another place to look you can look is eBay. eBay is a physical marketplace. So what you want to do is you want to take that back. It's very easy to get stuck on the product, but we want to go back and look at the the customer that we're going after. So for example, acne and blemish control. It's easy to look at just the product, but we would obviously it's people with acne, but there's a way to define that. Is that teenagers with acne? Is that adults with acne, etc.? And we can probably, what we need to do probably is come back in here and fix this or redefine the debt consolidation market a bit more, which we'll do as we move forward. So anyway, in eBay, what we want to do again is these are just ideas with products. I mean, there's some things like camcorders. Well, that's really generic. That's not very specific. We need to break that down. Here's an example: archery bows. Okay, well, bows in archery, obviously, that's for hunters probably. So that could be a market you could go in and start looking at that group of people. What are they trying to do, accomplish, etc. And put that down as a market. Airsoft guns. And that's teenagers probably, or there's an adults as well. But the idea here is don't just write down airsoft guns. That's way too generic. We need to get to that group of people that we're looking at. All right, so that's one way to play with eBay. There's lots of ideas there. Another one is the dummy store. Obviously, there's tons of things here in the dummy store. If they put out a book on it, then obviously there's a way to make. That there's a market there. So usually these are pretty good markets to go after, but you have to choose. You have to evaluate them individually. So here's an example: building chicken coops for dummies. Okay, well, the chicken coop, what we'd have to do is we'd say, all right, well, obviously, is that in the big three? No. Does that mean you can't make money there? No, but it just means that we recommend you stick with the big three. But what we can do is we can list this as an example. So if we said chicken coops, who is it that's really using chicken coops, and who's that person? It's you could say how to build chicken coops, but I don't know that that's specific enough. It would more likely be as a person. My guess would be your green enthusiast, or organic living would probably be the group of people or the marketplace that we were going after. And then of course you can put in here chicken coops, right? But chicken coops in and of itself is a product. It's an idea for a specific thing. It's not strictly a group of people. I guess you could, if you wanted to say, you could get rid of this altogether and just say people who raise chickens. Maybe that's a better place to go, because that's definitely a group of people. So let's start there, and then let's for debt consolidation. Let's say instead of debt consolidation, let's be a little more specific, and let's go after people specifically who are people in or near foreclosure. And then we'll put here debt consolidation. All right, and whether that's right or not, I don't know, but we're going to go after it in that way. Okay, so let's move on now, and let's just look somewhere. So you can poke through here. Again, I just grabbed one randomly there, but you can poke through. There's tons of stuff. In fact, in Green Living, I wonder if the chicken coops comes up here in Green Living. Let's just look for my curiosity. I don't see it right away. So anyway, moving on, let's go. Amazon is another way to look. You can look in the, these are bestsellers. Again, this is a physical product marketplace. So what you can do, one of two things here. One is you can, you can find a product, a physical product, and then try to, backwards, you go back and ask who that exact specific market is. The other way is, let me see if I can show you an example of that. Let's just go to health and personal care. And let's go to, let's go to medical supplies and equipment. And let's look here. Let's look on test. Let's see what comes up in test. Lots of pregnancy tests. There should be, there's a fertility monitor. All right, so here's an example, fertility monitor. Now, who in the world would need a fertility monitor? Well, my guess would be women who are trying to get pregnant. That's probably, or couples who are trying to get pregnant. So we could put that women/couples trying to get pregnant, right? Okay, so that we took that physical product and we brought it back to that market. That's the group of people that would use that. So again, we're not going to try to promote that, but that necessarily like just go to the Amazon. Oh, that's a good seller, so we're going to promote fertility monitors. No, that may be something to promote, but there may be another way to approach that as well. So let's go back now, and let me show you another way to use Amazon, which is, let's go back to the bestsellers. I'm sorry, any category, and then let's go to books. And the reason books is because books is information. The other things are physical products. However, the books are info. So we can dig down within the books to our different marketplaces and see what see what comes out to us. I'll just click on Oprah for a second. See if anything comes. Well, here's a relationship: men from Mars, women from Venus. Let's look here. See if there's anything in here that just sticks out. All right, well, this is interesting. The prodigal father, reuniting fathers and their children. Let's just look at this just for a second here and see if it's what it's about. All right, this is not. This looks like it's about dads who leave. That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking it was about dads who work all the time and don't spend any time with their kids. So let's look here. 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. All right, let's click on this for a second. The Susie Orman's a big, and the only reason I picked Oprah is because she resonates with a lot of people. And what do we see in here? Susie Orman, 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. Reading through here. All right, so this is a very generic book, but in terms of it's a mass market, 9 Steps to Financial Freedom. That doesn't really describe 100% who that market is. So maybe if I'm thinking about it, if I go back and I'm saying financial freedom, who's that person that's talking about financial freedom? And let's say that is for better or for worse, I'm just going to say it's middle-aged. Let's say middle-aged. Well, let's say young to middle-aged couples who want to retire comfortably. Is that right or wrong? Honestly, I have no clue without doing more research. I'm just generating an idea here. Maybe I'm on track, maybe I'm not. So let's go back here and let's just see if anything else sticks out. Let's back up one more, and health, mind, and body, and obviously relationships. There are relationships in here, parenting and families. That will qualify. I like that book. For all the parents out there, that's kind of funny. But let's look. Okay, here you go. What to expect when you're expecting. All right, who is that? That's clearly a book. And again, just to solidify the logic here for you, what we're doing is taking something that's selling well because people are buying it, which solidifies the fact that there's a market, but we're asking who's the people behind it, not just the product itself, but who's the people behind it. What to expect when you're expecting would be pregnant moms, pregnant or soon to be pregnant moms. Now, I hate to let's do it this way. Pregnant moms, and that gives me the idea. So that's anybody who's already gotten pregnant. And then we already have the ones up there? Women, couples trying to get pregnant. Yeah, so we've got that one as well. And those both could apply. But now we've got another market, pregnant moms. Okay, well, good. So let's go back here. And let's go... we'll finish up here with Amazon, and we'll go look at the mailing list finder at Nextmark. Again, this is a research tool. There's tons of mailing lists out there, and if somebody's got a mailing list, usually there's money in that market. Let's pick a male market that I know exists to use an example, and let's say hair loss. All right, so Hair loss. Let's see. There's hair loss supplement buyers. Let's see if there's anything else that stands out here. Trim your waist. I don't know what that's about. Barber, hairstylist, and beauticians. Well, look at that. So this is something that would stick out. Well, that's interesting. What's a barber, hairstylist, and beautician? Well, let's do that then. Let's just say, all right. One way to look at this, say, all right, barberists, hairstylists, and beauticians. Now, maybe this specific list isn't who we're going after, but we could generate the market ID and say, barbers slash hairstylists wanting to open their own business. Okay? All right, so that's a group of people, and I just pulled that from looking at it and trying to figure out who, just generating ideas there. I would also put, we'll just put down the hair loss. We know that one exists, so we'll say middle age. We'll say men with hair loss. So we'll start there. Okay. And then see if there's. I don't think there's anything else that. I mean, you can type in all sorts of stuff. Let's type in men and see what comes up for men. Probably lots of stuff. Men's health, GQ. Let's look here. Men in midlife crisis. Well, that's very interesting. There's 1,989,000 people on this list. All right, monthly hotline. Let's just click on that for a second. Something's missing. Let's go midlife crisis, 40 to 65. Who have reached this point in lives? I'm reading it here. Hold on. Okay. All right, so this is clearly, I'm not sure if this list was generated. Here it tells us where the segments are. 1,989,000. Recently divorced. Oh, this is a gold mine here. Recent boat purchases. Okay. Where's the big online adult entertainment subscribers? All right, well, we know that. Men's magazines, video purchasers, men's health, single club vacation travelers, singles club members. All right. Okay, so that's interesting. I think what I would do for this market is just say it is like they described it here, 45 to 65, 45 to 65-year-old males in midlife crisis. Aha. All right. And again, what we're going to do as we move forward in the weeks is we're going to go through and discuss, once you've chosen your niche of the people you want to target, we're going to go in and say, all right, what specific problems do they have? How do we solve their problems? And what product do they need? Okay. Now, we're going to go through one more. We did a couple on Nextmark there, and I'll show you the last one. But again, you can see I haven't really spent much time at all, and I've already got almost 15, we're getting close, 10 to 15 ideas here. So let's come over here and look at ClickBank. All right, ClickBank, if you've been in IM at for any point in time, you've definitely seen people say, go to ClickBank, pick a product, that's high gravity. Yeah, well, we're not going to use that. We're not doing it that way. What we're using ClickBank for is, again, generating market ideas. And a couple ways to do that. Let's go down here and look at health and fitness. These are a couple, obviously, markets that I know. And let's start here in betting systems. Okay, so let's go ahead and poker for a second. Okay, so Lord of Poker is a unique software product based on complex algorithmic computations to help online poker players improving their game. All right, well, that's interesting. Texas Hold'em. Let's come down here. Live poker games. So we could do this. I think at this point, what I would suggest, looking at this here, because there's a lot of poker games, I would, I know that Texas Hold'em is a big market. There's a lot of people that play it. Now, if you look here and you say, oh, well, the Gravity's only 3.64, well, that can't be a very good product. Well, I don't know. Maybe there's a couple reasons for that. One, that I know. One, most of the traffic for the betting market is not in pay-per-click engines, so that makes it hard for your average affiliate to get. Two, a lot of this market is monetized in other ways besides info products. But for the example we're doing here, let's for now put down online poker players who want to get better. Okay, so let's go back here and let's look at another one that I found before, which is down here under health and fitness. And oh yeah, weight loss, we know all about that, but let me find it here. Diet and weight loss. There was one that I found the other day, a couple in. These are all obviously the big selling ones, but we're going to move through here. Let's look here. All right, so there's raw food diet. Now that could be interesting. But there was another one. These are all pretty generic. Here it is. The acid alkaline pH diet. So so we look at that and say, well, who's the group of people that want the acid alkaline pH diet? And can we we could say acid, or we just say pH diet people, pH diet, let's just say, people interested in pH diet. Now, whether or not that's the right, kind of what I'm doing here actually honestly is backwards, doing it that way, because the pH diet is a product and I'm trying to say, how do you promote the pH diet? So I don't know, given that, let's look through here and see if there's any other ones that stick out. Okay, here's what we'll do. All right, so the first way, I'm going to have to amend what I was saying here. The pH diet is the product. And trying to say people interested in pH diet, that's probably not the best way to go. So I'm gonna scratch that, but I am going to replace it with this. Not the diet itself, but easy veggie meal plans. Well, who cares about veggie eating? Well, clearly vegetarian and vegan eaters. Okay, so that's our group of people that we're going after. And let's see, vegetarian, vegan eaters who want to lose weight. There we go. So now we're just like we talked about weight loss for brides, but now we're talking specifically about vegetarian and vegan eaters. All right, so what we've done so far, again, is we've created a ton of ideas. I've shown you all the different ways to do it. Now we're going to go in and we're going to evaluate a couple of these. And what I'm going to do here is clear up some of these tabs, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back here, and I've got the things ready to go do some research. What we can do first here is just go through and answer if these are in the big three markets, right? Weight loss for brides, yes. Okay, we did that. Stop divorce. People near foreclosure, yes. Definitely. Financial markets. People who raise chickens. Sorry. That one is not in the big three. Trying to get pregnant. Yes, that would fall in my mind in the health and health and fitness or health and wellness category, in my opinion. Young to middle-aged couples to retire comfortably. That's yes. That would be financial. Pregnant moms. Yes. Barbers, hairstylists wanting to open their own business. I'm going to say yes because, I thought of that one in the sense of it's a biz op or a business opportunity. Somebody who's wanting to make money. Somebody who wants to improve their business or make their own business in that particular market. Men with hair loss, definitely. Health related. Midlife crisis. Yeah, I'm going to say again yes. And I guess partly I picked some markets here that I knew had some legs to them. Except for the chicken market, we're going to look at that and see if there's any money there. Online poker, definitely money related, money in business, and vegetarian and vegan eaters who want to lose weight. Yeah, so weight loss market. Now, here's the next part: advertising. Is there advertising? So the easiest way to do this is you put yourself in your customer's shoes. All right. I'm a customer. I'm a bride, and I need to lose weight for my wedding. So what am I going to type in? How to lose weight fast, yeah, or specifically for wedding. Let's see if anything comes up. All right, so there's a Slim Fast there. Now this is interesting. Let's look over here, because there's a couple things to keep in mind. And depending on the market, Google has drastically cleaned out a ton of markets that people are advertising in. For better or for worse, they have. And you may not find, and we'll see this in the gambling market, you may not find ads for it. So how to lose weight for wedding. How about how to lose weight fast? All right, so there's definitely ones for how to lose weight fast. Somebody in the wedding market is definitely going to want to do it quickly. But how to lose weight fast, let's see, for wedding. Let's see what comes up there. Well, there's a few. All right. How about wedding diet? All right. So there's not a lot of advertising coming up here. Let's look over here on Yahoo and see. If we type in wedding diet. All right, there's a lot. Well, there's more. The Diet Solution Program, six-pack abs. Okay, so there's more there. How to lose weight for wedding. All right, and there's ads there. Okay, so and let me show you another test that you can do on Google if you get something like this where it doesn't show up. Let's do how to lose weight for wedding. All right, and you say, oh, well, there's not much advertising there. There's some, but not a lot. What you can do, one of the things you can do is you can start looking at some of the sites in the niche. All right, so, and what we're looking for here is particular advertisements. This is MSNBC, so it's not 100% targeted. But what we're looking for is advertisements that cater specifically to your market. Somebody advertising on sites. Here you go. Need to lose weight fast. Start losing weight. All right. So this is a loseweddingweight.com, and it's all wedding. Looks to be all wedding related. And there are looks to be advertisements on this site. And what the point is here is somebody's not advertising on a specific keyword, how to lose weight. They're advertising on a demographic of people interested in weddings or losing weight for weddings. Okay, so and you can so I would say yes, there's definitely advertising here. Another way you can do this, which I won't get into now, but if you want to get, I guess, extra, you call it extra credit, is if you start thinking laterally in that market. A bride is interested in what other than how to lose weight? Well, they're going to be interested in wedding dresses, wedding cakes, place settings, invitations, all that stuff, and you could do searches for those and see what kind of advertising shows up. Maybe you'll see some weight loss advertising as an example. But what we'll do is we'll keep it simple here. Let's look here. The knot. All right, so this is all about, let's look here. So here's some more ads. 25 pounds in 4 weeks. This is specifically, and then again, this says ad choices. I don't know if this is Google, probably is Google. However, it is tailored to a specific wedding based page. Now, if you see banners and you think, well, maybe if you see banners and you think, well, it's not specifically tailored, you can just refresh. A lot of times the banners will rotate, and if they do, so now we're looking at things remembered and free makeover. So you can rotate a couple times and see if something weight loss shows up. And I've seen quite a few wedding related things. Okay. So I don't see it here, but we'll move on. I don't want to I don't want to drag this out too much. All right, so that's the idea there. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you find large sites or content sites around your market, that's a good sign. But what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and mark down advertising for weight loss. Yes. All right. Now, the other thing we want to look for is when we look at these pay-per-click advertisements, do we see any info products? Well, pre-wedding diet. Let's just look here and see what this is about. That somebody advertising what? Wedding diet. Let's click on that and see what we get. Fat loss factor. Okay, so that's definitely an info product. Appears to be. Looks like a ClickBank product of some sort. So we saw that. And let's see if there's anything else. Personal training, VIP weight loss solutions, HGC, Consumer Price Watch, Trisensa, Jenny Craig, All Day Slim, Medifast. None of those are. Now this one was a. Let's go here and look for how to lose weight for wedding and see if we see any other info products. All Day Slim. What's this? This is a supplement. All right, let's go back here. And, we did that. How to lose weight for a wedding. And then let's come down here and go next and see if we see any additional information. Wedding diet info, I think that's the one we just looked at. Weight loss pills, lose the ugly fat. Lose the ugly fat. Let's see what comes up. What I should be doing, I didn't mention that, is I should be copying the URL and pasting it so I'm not charging these poor people for my research. Let's look here. Natural formula, that's a free trial. Let's come up here and do wedding diet. Just looking here. The diet solution program, that is so that's an info product. For whatever reason, lose the ugly fat doesn't want to load. William 731 healthier. Let's look at this. He doesn't look. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go. So this again is a review page for diet products. Okay, so we found a couple. I would say that there's definitely info products in this market. So I'd say yes. Main monetization. Well, that's interesting. What I mean by that is, if I had to look here, we've got a program. That one looks like shopping. This one looks like a supplement. Wedding. That's Target, Amazon. The diet. That's an info product. Six-pack ab secret. That's info product. That's info product. So I would probably, you know, in this market, main monetization to me is three things: programs, supplements, and info. Okay, affinity. Do I have an affinity for this? I'm going to say yes, because Andre and I have already decided to work on it. Emotional. All right. What this means is our customer group, our weight loss for brides, are they emotionally based? Is a bride getting ready for her wedding going to have a high level of emotion? I think that's an easy one. Is there some urgency? Well, I'm going to say yes, I think so, especially if there is a short time before the wedding. If she's a year out wanting to lose weight, probably not. So we could say yes, no. You know, again, this is subjective. You could use numbers here if you want, on 1 to 5, 1 to 10, so you can do it more objectively, but this is kind of subjective. Yes, no. I'm going to say both there. Now, the next question, money to spend. Absolutely. If she's getting ready for a wedding, she's going to have money to spend. There's just no way around spending money for a wedding. And depending on what level of wedding they do, that could be a lot of money or some money. So if they're planning a wedding and they're not going to elope to a justice of the peace, there's definitely money involved, and therefore they probably have money to spend. Is there a back end? All right. Well, the question becomes, you know, not so much. It can be looked at two ways. One, is there a back end specifically for the bride market? Well, I'm going to say, yeah, there's probably a back end there, but also, is there a back end for other products other than weight loss to the bride market? And I would also say yes on that one. Okay? So now let's come and we'll skip the weight loss one here. I'm not going to do all of these. I'm just kind of showing you how it goes. Let's do the chicken one, and let's do a financial one, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. So let's go for the chickens. All right. So people who raise chickens. Let's see if there's. Let's go up here and let's just get an idea of what these chicken raisers are looking for. If I did how to raise chickens, raising chickens in the backyard, build a chicken coop. All right, how to raise chickens. I see some ads here already. How to build a chicken coop. Don't build no ugly coop. All right, well, that's interesting. Let's see what this is. All right, this one looks like, what are they selling here? Looks like information. It's a chicken coop plans. Okay, so that's definitely information there. That's interesting. There is clearly some advertising. All right, so let's see what else they're advertising to this market. How to raise chickens. How to raise chickens for eggs. There's no ads there. How to raise chickens. Let's come over here and how to raise chickens. Chicken coop books, raising chickens. Guide to raising chickens. Quick and easily raise perfect chickens that will lay delicious eggs. Raisingchickens.com. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Unfortunately, we're going to have to click on this one. All right, hot book sale, chicken coop guides, chicken coop source. Lots of chicken coops here. Snazzy chicken coop. Pronto, best price, Randall Berkey. Don't know. That's chicken supply. Feeders, waterers, pins. That's interesting. Okay, so that's some physical stuff. Let's just move forward here. Poultry pages. That's a good one to look at. Let's look at poultry pages. That's going to be a content site. Free range farming, organic chicken feed, poop free chicken waterer. Let's look here. See what else they might have. Breeds and breed menu. Let's just come up here to the main page. Again, what I'm looking for is advertising on the main site. Okay, that's a coupon ad. Raising chickens. There we go. Saferwholesale.com. Chicken coops. as low as 109. All right, so that's interesting. They're actually selling the coop itself and not the information. But somebody is advertising there. So raising chickens here, free range farming, increase egg production. Well, let's just have a look, see at what this guy's doing. Grandpa'sFeeders.com. So yeah, all right, there's some more. So this is, this is physical products, but people are advertising. So I would come over here, and I would say info products in the chicken market. Yep, and main monetization, I would say info/physical. And again, do you have to have an info product to make money in the market? No. There's lots of different ways to monetize a market. It could be physical products, could be info products, could even be lead generation. But the point is to understand where that money's at. Once you understand this process and how to go after a market, you can monetize it any way you want. Advertising, yes. All right, affinity. I don't really have an affinity for raising chickens right now. Although we do eat, well, you know what? I'll say yes. My wife buys organic eggs, so we'll just say yes. Now, emotional. Here's where it gets, do people that are raising chickens, are they going to be emotional about it like somebody would be emotional about their wedding? It's possible, but I'm going to say there's not the same level of emotion, and there's definitely not the urgency. There's definitely not the urgency in the sense that, oh, I got to have a chicken coop now. That's probably not the same as somebody saying, I got to lose weight in 6 weeks to fit in my wedding dress. Two different ideas there. Money to spend, they definitely have money to spend because chickens are not free. Got to feed them, got to take care of them. Is there a back end? Well, let's see. If I had to guess, somebody who's raising chickens has the potential probably, we have to do the research further in the coming weeks, but I would say somebody raising chickens probably has a back end in other chicken things in terms of how to take care of their chickens, but also in other, organic living, green living type of ideas. So maybe they're interested in organic gardening. For example. We won't know that till we dig in, but I definitely think there's a back end there. All right, now let's come down here and let's look at where was that other one I wanted to do? The people in foreclosure. Okay, here it was. All right, so debt consolidation. So let's come up here. We'll get rid of our chickens. And we'll come over here and how to stop foreclosure. All right. There's definitely ads here. All right. That tells us something. Let's look over here. How to stop foreclosure. Yep. Ads there too. Now the question becomes what's actually being advertised. And if I come over here, the loan, let's just look here, loan modification. We're going to copy the link Addy, and we'll pull out the pay-per-click, and we'll just go to the site, the loan modification program. All right, and let's come here. Let's do this a little easier. Barron Law. That's interesting. And there's the Leinert Law foreclosure, savehome.org. Let's see what this one is. Probably just that. Okay. And let's check one more. There's plenty here on Google. There's definitely advertising. All right, so there's a couple to look at. Then let's look down here, HUD.gov foreclosure. Let's see if they run ads. Don't know that they're running ads, but they definitely have government-related stuff. Let's back up a sec, and let's go look at stopforeclosure.com. All right, that's a lead gen site. Okay, let's look for a content. Let's see if we can find a content site. Foreclosure fraud exposed. Oh, look at that. What is this? This is a lead gen. I wonder what they're doing to monetize in the back end. That's interesting. We need a content site. Homebuyingabout.com, ways to stop foreclosure. Let's see. Foreclosure relief plan, lawyers stop foreclosure, how to avoid foreclosure. These are all these are Google ads. That's about. Let me just see. I'm just seeing if we can find banners of some sort. Forbes.com. Well, all right, so this is an ad not for foreclosure specifically. This is finance related. Let's just refresh for a second and see if anything foreclosure shows up. Nope. Looks to be. All right, let's go back. Again, we're looking for content sites. What is this? This is an ebook? Oh, come on. That's not nice. There we go. Yep, that's an ebook. Somebody's selling an ebook. So there is info product, but most of the paid ads I don't believe are info products. Foreclosure.com. Let's look here. Learning Center. Let's go to articles. I'm just looking again for these are auctions. Okay, that's not what I want. Tell you what, I'm not going to drag you through anymore. Let me find something and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with you. And what I'm seeing is that most of the advertisements, there is ads, definitely advertisement, info products, a few. Yes, there are some. Most of them are on SEO. And the main monetization that I have seen is lead gen. They're generating leads in order to sell those or do something with them. They have some type of program on the back end. Here you go. Here's a lead gen. This is a lawyer firm. So clearly, you know, I know legal fees are going to be high regardless of what you're doing. So Chapter 13 said. So there are all sorts of I guess these lawyers are advertising directly for them, but it's still generating the lead for some other type of fulfillment. And this also appears to be a lead gen. So that's that market. Now let's go back and look. Is there affinity? I'm going to say right now, personally, no, I don't have an affinity. Is it emotional? Highly emotional. Somebody who's about to lose their house is not necessarily in the calmest state of mind. Urgency, definitely some urgency, depending on you know, once they get to a foreclosure point, they're getting real close to losing the house. They're beyond the point of not making payments, and now it's a point where the bank's going to actually take the house. Money to spend. Well, that's interesting. I'm going to have to say probably no, not a lot, because if they're in foreclosure and they're not making their house payments, there's a reason for that. Probably because they don't have the money to pay for the house. So I'm going to say no. Back end, yes, I don't know. That one's kind of hard. You know, once you stop the foreclosure, is there another way to help them? I don't know that it'll be in foreclosure. Maybe you could market or offer something that helps them restructure their credit, or maybe a biz op. You know, that's kind of a stretch. So I'm just, you know, my initial reaction would be no. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end right there. I'm not going to do all the rest. It would take a lot longer to do it. However, you get the idea, I think, at this point. So one, use the tactics and tricks we showed you there to generate ideas, put them in a sheet like this, and then evaluate them. Once you've got them all evaluated, you want to go through and pick the one that you like the most, that you want to move forward with, and don't get stuck with paralysis by analysis, as they say. Just pick one that you think is a good option, move forward with it, and start evaluating it. And as you go into the next weeks, you'll you'll be able to see, as we get into it, what the market really needs. And at any point, you're free to come back to week one and pick another market and do the research for it instead. One, you'll be faster at it because you've already done it once. And two, it's much better to pick a good market to start and lay your foundation in a great place than it is to try to move forward just because you want to go fast. So hopefully that helps. Again, if you have any questions this week, you can just paste them below. I hope the video was thorough and not too long and answered any questions. If you have any additional ones, put them below, and we'll talk with you soon.